Hello everyone, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel and to TSW on Lancaster Station, because I thought we'd take a little trip between Lancaster and Morecambe, which is something that I did in real life just this week, actually. I thought, you know, being as it had been in TSW 5 now since the West Coast Main Line Preston to Carlisle came out back in November last year, I thought it'd be nice just to take another trip, because it's been a long time since I've been to Morecambe. I thought I'd go and have a look, see if I can find the old station. So if you hang around until the end of the video, once we arrive, as a noisy 86 thunders through with a steel train, if you hang around to the end of the video, I'll show you a little bit about the old station, which of course these days isn't in use. But in this DLC, we get to go straight to that station. So I did travel there from this bay platform at Lancaster in a 156, a northern 156, so we don't have a 156 in the game. So I've spawned in a 150 with a Creators Club Northern Trains livery, so it's the nearest we're going to get to it. So we're going to jump on board and we're going to get going. We're going straight through to Morecambe. We're not stopping at Berlin on the way, which is fine. So let me just get the doors closed. There we go. Right, let's get in. There's no destination board on this 150 for Morecambe, so what I've done is I've just set the destination to be blank just for this. Now let's get that on. That's the DSD. AWS, of course, up here. Let's do that. There we are. That'll start screaming at us very shortly. So master key on. Put it into forwards. We can take the tail lights off at this end. Hover over the top. There we are. Instrument lights we will need. Perfect. Right. Okay. Let's have some fresh air. It was a nice day when I went. It was last Monday when I went. It's less than a week ago now, and it was a really nice day actually. Very nice day. So I've tried to mimic it exactly. Shall we open the doors? We don't need to, but the problem here is that we've got a red light. So we're waiting anyway, so we'll just see if anybody wants to get on. Usually, in this free roam, they don't. Oh, we've no headlights. We need the headlights. So put the markers on, and headlights are here. Day headlights, that's better. Perfect. You know what I haven't done, and you know why we've got a red light. I'm going to close the doors. The thing that I always forget to do is quickly just go to... let me do that again. We need the... Oh, come on. This one. We need the map. And we need to actually set where we're going, don't we? That would help. So, to do that, I don't use that that often, you see. So, this is what I forget. So, if we click on the train and we set the path, we're going to go all the way to Morecambe. So, we're going, there's Berlin. We're going to come down here, and we are going to, which platform shall we come into? I think we should probably come into platform 1. So, let's go for that. There we go. Well, now we should get the light. Are you going to give me the light? There's probably somebody in front of us now. But we're going to move up anyway, so we're going to take the brakes off. And we'll get underway. I will try and tab it actually. Just say wait for the signal to change. There's probably something coming towards us. I don't see anything in the platform going ahead of us, so... Not to worry. We'll wait. Bring forward so I can actually still see the signal. We'll have a quick look on the map. Do that. Right. Let's have a look in front of us first. This is our path. Anybody coming down? We've got this chap. Where's he coming? Welcome to Lancaster. So we're going to wait for him to come in. He's going to cross probably somewhere about here on the on the viaduct, just after the viaduct, and he might come in alongside us, and then we should be able to get away. So it's quite nice, this 150. We're going to get another 150, aren't we, as well, for Cardiff. Quite looking forward to that, because that'll be a rebuilt 150 as well. This is the one from West Cornwall, of course, which is the only one we've got in the game. There's loads and loads of liveries for it, by the way, if you do own it. Go onto the Crates Club. There's various northern ones. You can also, of course, get the Tintin 57 channel livery as well, if you want to search that. But I thought we'd use the northern one, being as I travelled northern. Is he coming? What's he doing? He should appear quite soon. Here he comes up. It's a 101. Coming in very slow. So we should get the light any time. Let's just keep an eye on it. The minute it changes, we're off. So yeah, thought I'd take a trip out to Morecambe. Doesn't take long for me. It's 20 minutes or less between Preston and Lancaster. And you actually, from Preston, as we do in the game, you actually come in on this platform. And all you need to do is just walk across. And we were a few minutes late, actually. It was a Barrow train that we took from Preston. And it had a faulty unit on the back, which had to be detached when it came into Preston. So we were late leaving Preston, and we were worried that we wouldn't catch this Morecambe train, because at that time of the morning they were running I think they were running every hour. But once we got to Lancaster, we found that they'd held it for us, which was quite nice. So we ran across the platform, jumped on, and we were ready to go. Quite nice of them, wasn't it? They must have known there was a few of us. There's the green. Let's go, shall we? Straight to Morecambe. It's only 3 miles. It's not far at all. And as I said, we're not stopping at Berlin either, so we're straight through. This first part of the route is a little bit faster. And then we've got the 15. As we come off the main line, we've got the 15. Which will slow us down a little bit, but it won't take us long. I've got a little bit of footage of the 156 as well coming into Morecambe Station. I'll show you that at the end. A very, very short clip. But really, I wanted to go and find the old station, because I'll be honest with you, before this DLC, I didn't know about the old station. I don't remember going there when I was younger. The station now is just, it's like a little bus shelter with a ticket office in it. It's like, it's really poor compared to the one we've got in this DLC. But I know that the old station is still used for other purposes, so I knew it was there. So I wanted to go and have a look at it and see what it looked like. So you'll be able to see, because I've got a comparison. You can see it on the thumbnail, actually, if you wanted to look ahead. Yeah, we'll have a look at the end. And the other thing that's really strange is the platforms now are really, really short. I would say the old station is more than a quarter of a mile away from where the current station is. British Rail must have sold off the land and built on it, and probably made a bit of money on it, actually. But from where I got off the train to where the old station is, I was quite surprised. It's a decent walk, but we'll have a look at that when we get there. Right, we got the yellow that we always get to warn us that we are going off onto the Morecambe branch. So we will just wait for that. Let's have a look outside. There's the AWS. Normally what will happen is, unless there's something in front of us, once we hit the magnet for the red light, it will change for us and let us onto the line. So we'll just see how we go with this. Don't forget to use free roam. As I said, I don't use it that often. But if you don't want to drive the Pacer on here, you don't want to drive the 101 anymore, do what I just did and stick your favourite train on there, if you've got one. And of course you can stick whatever you want on there. The 150 is alright, it's a diesel. It'll pretty much go anywhere. We don't have to worry about the power. But, I mean, you can pretty much, if you suspend belief, you can put anything on there and just drive your favourite one. Give it a try. Get some use out of your collection. Right, here's the red. Let's see if it changes, just as I said. Is it going to change? There we go. Never fails. And you can see we've got the indicator telling us we're going off to the left. So that's good. Have a look at our 150. There's not in service. It's got all the West Cornwall destinations on there as well. That's all it's got, I think, at the moment. I was having a scroll through just before the video started. Wow, I'm going very fast through this for this point. That's not good. Slow that down. The announcements as well. I don't think they're working on this one. They don't work on this one. They do on the Pacer, but even the Pacer has not got updated announcements yet for this route. It's still using the Blackpool branches announcements. I think if you run the Pacer to Morecambe, it keeps telling you that you're off to Solwick. And Solwick's not a million miles away from here, but it's not round the corner by any stretch. Right, we've got a 15 coming up because we're coming to Burr Lane. This is where we cross over. So let's get some brakes on, shall we? Yeah, just before the video started, a train did leave from Lancaster on my left. It was a Pacer, and I assume that was also going to Morecambe, so we might find that he is in the platform once we arrive at Morecambe. We'll just see. We're going off to the left here. This is Burr Lane, so yeah, Burr Lane is pretty similar these days to what it looks like in here, although there is no signal box. The signal box that's here on the left doesn't exist anymore. But obviously the station building on the right is exactly the same. We went over the crossing, I had a quick look to my right hand side, and actually the house that is depicted here is pretty much spot on with the house that's actually in real life. I'll just show you now as we go across this crossing. So this house here is exactly that. It's that type of house. It's that shape. Looking up the road, it's pretty similar. I was on the right hand side of the train as we were coming up here. It's pretty similar, even though you know, it's what, 1986 versus 2025. There's not a lot changed. This stretch all looks the same. Although what I did notice was all these houses here, these bungalows that are right close to the line, and just before actually we got to Burr Lane, the ones further down come right up to the edge. The gardens come right up to the edge of the track. You see there's a road on this part, but the earlier ones came right up to the side, and they've all got conservatories on the back, which I thought was interesting. And you could see right into them, and I thought, you know, you could sit there and watch the trains go by. The only problem will be they're probably the same trains all the time, aren't they, coming up and down? It might get a bit boring after a while, and if you're a train spotter you might just get the same numbers all the time, but they're coming through there towards Burr Lane at like 15 miles per hour. We were very slow across the back of the houses. So there you go. If you want to buy a house in Burr Lane and you want to see 156s coming past all the time, that's what you need to do. You'll see people taking the morning tea, etc. in the conservatory. Very nice. Right, we're nearly there, you know. So we just got a single yellow. So I'm going to start bringing it down for this 15, which is right at the top of Morecambe Station. But yeah, this area just around Morecambe Station's changed quite a bit. Frontierland, the amusement park on the left hand side, it's all gone. It's all been built on. There's a big Morrison's. There's a Lidl. There's a Lidl everywhere, isn't there? And we need to stop at this signal, so we're going to do that. I don't know if the signal box is... I don't think the signal box is there. I must admit I didn't really notice that. Denied, check the switches. Right, so we'll do that. Let's just pull up to the signal. So I think... Let me just pop out once we get to this bit. You can see the station there in the distance, the old station. So if I just pop out of here now, there is a road that takes you into the town. So there's the station building, the old station building, which is right there. I think this road here, yeah, can you see the town? So now the station is pretty level with this road. So the station's about here. It's level with this car park. It's kind of here. This is obviously still here. This little, I think it's a little river. But yeah, the station's about here. So you can see just how far the old station is. So you get off the train, and you can either walk to the front. So we went down here to go and have a look at the old station. There's a cinema there. You can just see it popping over the top. But if you wanted to get off and go straight into town in Morecambe, that's the way you do it. You go straight to the high street there, which is just behind the front. So you can see how far we are. Did actually go down the front, walk around the back, and came along this bridge and went into town and came back this way, so we get a good circular view of Morecambe. So anyway, let me change the switches, because I think it's complaining about this one at the end. So it doesn't like there's anybody in front of us. So I don't know where the pacer actually went, but I think that's what... Yeah, you see the signal's changed now. So let me take this off. We'll cruise in from outside, shall we? And we'll have a quick look. Then when we get there, I will show you the 156 coming in to the new Morecambe station, and also show you the front of the station and what it looks like now compared to what it looks like in the DLC. We'll do a 15 into the platform, so let's do it. But yeah, all this is gone. All this amusement park. I did go to this amusement park when I was a kid. Once, I think I went once. Mind you, it's been a long time since I was a kid. Let's face it. So, you know, you wouldn't expect it still to be there after all these years. But it is a long way. You know, I said it was, I estimated about, what did I say, quarter of a mile? It might be more than quarter of a mile, actually. But it's really weird because there's all roundabouts here. There's all sorts of buildings in between. There's a brand new road coming through here. You can see the front. There's the seafront through there. And we were looking at the new station and comparing it to this old one, and I think we're all a little bit disappointed. Especially my mum. My mum came with us, and she remembers quite vividly coming here on holidays because there used to be, I don't know if it's a Pontins or a Butlins, there used to be a holiday camp over this side as well. And she used to come to Morecambe as a kid and used to go to the holiday camp, and so she remembers quite well coming into this station. And she's not been by train for years and years and years, so when she saw the new station compared to this, she couldn't believe it. You know, she said, what a difference. And the station would always be really busy, and you know, there'd be plenty of people about. it was quite quiet, to be honest. Very quiet. But I suppose it was February, so... where does it want me to stop? It's not registered that, is it? Let me just move up a little bit. There is no stop marker, which is a bit odd. Let me take that off and we'll move forward a little bit. I guess it wants me to pull all the way up because that's why it's complaining about the switch. This was the switch that we changed, this one here. So I will pull forward and we'll have a look. So I think if I make a stop about here, that might do it. Possibly. I don't know, but anyway, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to come out and I'm going to come out of here. I'm going to ignore the fact that I'm leaving the train not very safe. And we're going to come out of here. And we're going to come out through the main doors. And I'm going to go to where I took a couple of pictures. And a very, very, very short video. And I'm going to show you what it looks like now. So let me just pan from the left to the right. And then I'll show you what it looks like today.